clear. I cannot believe how clear your picture is.
Really?
Bam, we're live.
Okay,
Welcome.
so
Happy Saturday.
really
49er
the
game at
image
5
quality.
p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, your image quality is crisp.
It's my iPhone, and I'm just kind of figuring out how I'm gonna.
What happened to your other camera?
Dude, you kept talking shit on it. It was like I was way too far away. So let me get this in a better position. Oh fuck! I just dragged my cord.
All of these people who are leaving blue states, these conservatives, you are a bunch of pussies. You are cowards and pussies. There is no greater place than Santa Cruz, California. It is 75 degrees. We just had 2 weeks of rain and now a week of sun. It's 75 degrees today. Everything is growing out of control. Birds in the sky, streams overflowing, oranges on all the trees, citrus just going bonkers. Passion fruit doing its last harvest of the year. And you guys leave because you're scared of some liberals. You guys are sissies. 90% of this state, the land is occupied by people who have common sense, and you ran. How can you live in California more? Hey, how can you leave? How can you abandon your home? It's a shame. It's not how can I leave? It's why are you such a coward? And today, of the many topics we're going to go over, figuring out who the Gestapo is in Minneapolis. Today, breaking news. You can carry a gun in California for the first time since 1967. Open carry is now legal in California again. 1967, the Dems shut it down because they didn't want black people carrying guns. You remember that? The old Black Panther days?
Hey, is that real? Is that real that you couldn't open carry in California?
Unless it was a city with less than 200,000 people, a county of less than 200,000. The state first banned the right to carry firearms in the public with the Mulford Act of 1967, in part as a reaction to armed patrols by the Black Panther Party, black people, whose members went to this, except their lawyer was Armenian.
Oh, really? Was that
a white guy? That's a white guy. Go ahead, Taylor. That's when you say no, he's not white.
I mean, dude, for all intents and purposes, you're white. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Oh, wow, you acquiesced. Whose members went to the state capitol holding pistols, rifles, and revolvers to protest the legislation. Van Dyke cites this law as an example of the racial animus. I don't know what animus means. Bias? Animus? They wouldn't use words I don't know the meaning of. Animus. Animus has several meanings, most commonly referring to strong dislike or hostility. Okay. For the animus, strong dislike, racial animus, strong dislike for black people, that the state's current approach to open carry is born from. By the way, you should know that's all the laws that the Democrats have are born from the strong dislike that they have towards blacks under the guise of safety.
I meant to ask you this a while ago, but what does Dave do about it? I know for a fact none of his guns are California compliant.
That is not true. All of this shit is 100% compliant. Except for the 50 cal he has pointed at the highway. No, I shouldn't even joke. No, everything is compliant. Anyway, that'll be interesting. California lawmakers are going to shit themselves. About 95% of the population in California, which has had some of the nation's strictest gun laws, live in counties of that size, meaning over 200,000 people. So you couldn't open carry.
Yeah, that's wild. Why? Well, if the law, what do you mean the lawmakers are going to shit themselves? How did that pass?
This is the California Supreme Court. Oh, no. Sorry. No. It was unconstitutional. It was in New York. The decision, the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin, was issued by the court's 6-3 conservative supermajority and established a new legal test for firearm restrictions. The test said guns must be consistent with this nation's historic tradition of firearm regulation. Okay. Van Dyke, whose opinion on Friday was joined by another Trump appointee, said the latest case unquestionably involves a historical practice, open carry, that predates ratification of the Bill of Rights in 1791. Hey, why can't they just tell the truth? Hey, if you don't allow open carry, more people get killed. and we need open carry so that the government doesn't ass pound us. Why don't you just who cares about tradition? If
Is that what
tradition
they're
is
calling it?
if tradition is getting drunk
Traditionally.
if tradition is careful when you're away from your mic, I can't hear you. If tradition is
Sorry.
getting drunk every New Year's Eve, there's a time when you don't. Well, I'm just going to get drunk because it's New Year's Eve.
I'm on your grind, dude. That's it. Some whale labias. Last bite. I'm sorry.
That's nice. It's okay. Just get the mic closer to your mouth for the rest of the show. Before we talk about who the Gestapo is, although this is a very interesting situation here. By the way, you sent me some really disturbing videos before the show started.
We got to talk about the Jake Lang thing.
Okay. Who is the Gestapo?
The National Socialist Party.
I don't know who is being the Gestapo in Minneapolis. Newly obtained video shows an immigration and customs enforcement officer in Minneapolis. I'm not going to say what he did. I'll let you decide what he did. Here
Thomas
they are.
Strokes is his name?
Pardon me?
Thomas Strokes is his name?
I don't know, but watch this. Watch this. This white SUV is iced, and they're trying to leave a situation. Here we go. That bus wasn't there a second ago. You want another angle? You want another angle?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, I like it after he pushes him in front of the bus, he waves the bus by too. Like, go ahead, run him over.
Is that a nice SUV?
I'm assuming some Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah, get fucking clapped, boy.
What do you think about that? If that bus would have run him over, whose fault would that have been?
Agitators. Get clapped, boy. That's how I feel about it. Seriously. Get fucking clapped, son. What a joke.
So argue that for me. Argue that for me. Why do you think that that's okay? ICE is trying to pull away. They're let's give them the total benefit of the doubt. Let's say they're not there getting drunk or at the hotel fucking whores. That they're actually on duty, working, getting rapists and murderers off the street. And then this guy comes in front of them and is obstructing their ability to get away and creating a crowd. And you can hear people yelling Nazi and stuff.
Yeah, it's incredibly dangerous. One, he's just standing in front of their car. He's impeding an active investigation or a law enforcement operation. You are obstructing justice. So at minimum, it's get out of the way, and we're going to force you to get out of the way. And maybe at worst, it's you're under arrest for obstructing justice, buddy.
Hey, and if there were cops there, let's also assume that they're going to another job or that they have a prisoner in the back of the car. If there were cops there doing their job, they would arrest that guy. Like,
yeah,
by cops,
also,
I mean Minneapolis
legal.
PD.
Hey, jaywalking's illegal, Sevon. It's not legal to just stand in the middle of the road. You can't do that. There are places where you'll get arrested for that. It is against the law to stand in the middle of the street, not in a crosswalk. Yeah, hello. Illegal.
What if he would have got hit? Would you still be? Would have got run over by the bus?
Well, here's the deal. If he shoved him, like let's go back. If you shoved him and right at this moment, just like 2 seconds before this, where he's like in midair, if that bus flies by, it's going like 80 and it just fucking takes his head off, I would maybe feel a little different.
Simplify
so
you would feel different.
I would feel a little different. You can't tell me you wouldn't feel a little different.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, and that was my issue with the other hit that we saw in the Renee Good incident. Like, people for some reason were justifying the cop's shot by whether he was hit or not, and I just don't. I think that that's a dangerous place to make the assessment. I think like these guys have to have clear rights, and they have to be given a clear perimeter of explanation of what they can and can't do. I don't have a problem with what he did.
I don't either.
I also assume they asked him not to do that, to get the fuck out of the way.
I don't
Before they
even
shoved
care
him.
if they asked him that.
Hey, and the fact that he doesn't run after that's kind of crazy when two of those dudes approach him. Like, I would leave after that. Yeah, this guy's really lucky he's alive.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Okay.
Minneapolis for sure, and I'm more convinced today than I've ever been before. Without a doubt, needs military intervention. That state has completely lost all law and order. They think they can do whatever the fuck they want. It is unbelievable, and it is an absolute failure of the highest degree of Tim Walz, Jacob Frey, that entire fucking state government, that they now have a citizenry that thinks that they can just break the fucking law. You can break the law. You can assault federal agents. You can steal federal property. You can steal an automatic fucking weapon out of a federal agent's car. You can hit a fucking agent and get away with it. You can follow them around and obstruct justice. What is this? Like, what?
I know, it's
what
chaos.
the fuck is this?
Hey, do you know what would happen if I stood out in front of my house and just started lighting fireworks with my friends? Cops would come, someone would get arrested, and we'd get probably some fucking $10,000 fine. And they're sitting there just shooting them at the police.
We got to pull up the Jake Lang thing. This is unbelievable.
We will get to Jake Lang. We will get to Jake Lang, the breaking news on Jake Lang. I want to show you a couple more incidents that have to make you wonder what the fuck is actually going on. Is this like the Salem witch hunts? We have a couple of these now where ICE protesters, I don't know what you call them, they think that they found ICE. They have these hotlines and these signal groups, and they're reporting where they think ICE is, and mobs are descending.
I wouldn't even call it a protester at this point. It's like militia is a bad word too, because I don't like the positive connotation that a militia has. You know, the colonials were militias. These are mobs. These are angry and violent mobs.
It's witch hunt stuff. It's KKK stuff. It's how I imagine black people were chased down.
Yeah, these are rioters, dude. They're fucking rioting in the streets,
organized with high-level communications
and terrorizing people like this guy. Let's watch it.
Here you go. Yeah, like I said, I don't have to do this. I'm happy to do this.
Those are light stands. See that? He's just said, I'm happy to do this, which means that he goes, I don't have to do this. I'm happy to do this. So they ask, can we see what's in your car trunk? And he's showing them. They've accosted him and he's complying. He's just a citizen. And you see those are light stands. Like when we film live events. You see those?
Yep.
That's all. We just got to stop this.
So he's got a lot of camera equipment. I think we can say this is it.
Oh shit. And then she's the fucking coordinator and she's coordinating with the mob. Okay, he's got a lot of camera back there. I think we can say what like he's being it's mob rule. This is fucking mob rule.
Yeah, I'm not. I tried to tell the first lady, nobody believes me. That's all I can do is tell you. I already shot. Listen, first of all, I don't have to do any of that, but I'm kind. I respect what y'all are doing.
I respect what y'all are doing. I'm kind.
Yeah, no. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. I just don't understand my job and I don't know how to do it.
Were you here yesterday?
This is the thing, dude.
Now they're questioning him. Were you here yesterday?
This
is like a full fucking mob interrogation.
Yeah, this would never happen in a red state or any state where your Second Amendment right is still unobstructed or uninfringed by the government. Yeah, there's just no fucking chance. Golly.
He was here yesterday. I can testify that. I didn't recognize him.
No, I appreciate your help. Thank you.
I'm not here to help you.
No,
I think the
understand.
fact
I'm not. She goes, I appreciate it. And then she snaps back, I'm not here to help you.
She's a rental car lady, I believe. I believe she's a rental car, the lady who works at the rental car. Listen.
What do you mean? He's at a rental car spot right now?
No, she said he was here yesterday, and I think he rented the car from her. Keep playing.
That you're in a vehicle like this at this
I
time
get it.
is-
But with all due respect to everybody, I can't help but let it drive. You know,
Well,
and,
you can. You go rent something else.
well,
Oh,
Maybe
shit.
not.
They're telling him he shouldn't have rented that car. He should rent something else that doesn't look like ICE.
I mean, if you
Okay, what do you want? A
That's
van?
not
They drive vans too, you fucktards.
how it works.
This is my business.
I know, this is
my
how it works. So anyhow, I hope you guys understand. Not here to
He
cause any
was here
problems.
with a video camera yesterday. I did see another vehicle.
What are they going to do to him if they? What if he goes, okay, fine, I work for ICE. What are they going to do to him? At this point, shouldn't he be scared shitless and shoot someone? Like they're clearly trying to decide what reason are they having to make this decision for?
Also,
Is it going to change the outcome? They're not going to let him go?
Tim Walz spent many years in China. I mean, the reality is
The citizens of China would not do this to you.
no, the government would fucking kill them all.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. It is insanity that this is happening. And if I were in his shoes, yeah, I'd be fearing for my fucking life. I'd be getting in the vehicle. I'd drive through the mob. 100%.
Don't say dumb shit like this is reverse discrimination. It's either there's no such thing as reverse discrimination.
just
It's either discrimination or not.
But
Yeah, he showed
I did see him with a
Show the
camera.
press badge when folks are talking on the side?
No, I told them I was with the media.
Okay.
And when people get irate with me, I have no choice to just roll out the window.
I think you gotta understand that people were kidnapped.
You have to.
Oh,
He's
you gotta-
telling him. You have to understand what people were thinking. Hey,
Oh my gosh.
this has been a constant theme. You have to understand what other people are feeling or thinking. Yeah, there's a distinction between understanding and validating.
It wasn't yesterday, because that's what we did the story on.
Sorry.
Let's just wrap this up, okay?
It would be helpful. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's
if
fine.
You guys the first time.
Let's just wrap this up so you know.
Oh, fuck
He's saying
that,
that's
dude.
just-
Stop
why-
being so. Fuck this guy. Fuck this fat pussy cuck motherfucker. Stop being so agreeable. Fuck these retards, dude. Get in your fucking big American made fucking SUV and mow them down.
Yeah.
This is that type of shit. I'm sorry. It is not.
What if he
just-
had kids in the car?
Fuck it. He doesn't. He's at work, dude. He's got his fucking cameras. She doesn't have fucking kids in the car. This is the reality. It's not just the left's fault. It's not just the left's fault.
He's a lefty.
Every single
that
one of
fat
you-
tub of shit's a lefty.
Every single one of you that's watching, it's the fucking right's fault too, because for too fucking long, the left has gotten away with stomping all over everyone. Oh, you better call me this, you better call me that, and if you don't, you're a racist, you're a homophobe. It can't happen any longer. Appeasing these psychopaths has got to end.
Hey,
When this fucking shit happens, it's, hey, shut the fuck up. Get back in your car, you little fucking twink. You don't have any fucking right to ask me a question. And I have every right not to fucking answer too. Golly, that guy's a bitch.
I want to reiterate that these are people who are standing up for Renee Good instead of using their energy to help get all of the rapists and murderers who were led into the country over the last few years off the streets. Thousands of them, 3,000 people have been arrested in Minnesota, in Minneapolis already by ICE. They should be ecstatic. Clearly, they've saved some rapes and some murders already, and instead of being thankful,
I thought it was upwards of 4,000 people arrested.
I heard 3,000 this morning. Maybe it is 4,000. Let me show you this. This isn't an isolated incident. This mob is. Go ahead.
And apparently with self-deportations, they're going to lose some congressional seats. Several states, New York, Minnesota, potentially California as well. The left is going to lose seats.
But the
And
census
good.
isn't for a while, right?
Yeah, and when the census happens, it's 2030, I believe.
The bureaucrats control that too. Not an isolated incident. This is happening all over Minneapolis. Tech workers say they were mistaken for ICE agents accosted by an anti-ICE mob. What began as a casual lunch between 5 Twin Cities software engineers quickly escalated into a frightening encounter after the men were misidentified as undercover federal agents and protesters were alerted to the Minneapolis restaurant where they were dining. Alerted. Alpha News obtained the video, spoke with one of them men, Lee, a software engineer from Plymouth, who described how the situation unfolded. Lee said the group was eating lunch at Clancy's Deli near 38th Street and Grand Avenue when one of the men who belonged to an anti-ICE signal chat received a message from a group labeled Southwest Minneapolis Rapid Response claiming that plainclothes ICE agents were dining at the restaurant. My friend was shocked, Lee said. He's on the anti-ICE side politically. He lives nearby. He's eaten there before, and suddenly he's seen messages saying, "We're ICE." Oh, shit. So this guy's in the chat. He's an anti-ICER, but he's been identified as an ICE guy. And he's like, holy fuck, they're talking about us. The software engineers, all white males dressed casually in sweatshirts and jackets, were soon confronted by protesters who surrounded the restaurant, shouting insults, blowing whistles in their ears as they attempted to leave, according to Lee. Lee emphasized to Alpha News that the group's political views were mixed, but said the encounter left some of them reconsidering their position. One of us is pro-ICE, one anti-ICE, the other on the fence. He said, after this, I think some of them are rethinking their position. Here we go. The mob.
I mean, so cool. As if, like,
This has got to be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I know, it's like you feel like a zoo.
I've never. Oh my god! What? We do custom apps for a whole bunch of companies around Minnesota and the country.
Why are you
Because you're filming us.
And then it goes, this is madness. This can't be happening. This
Did they
does not
create-
feel like
Were they thinking that
2026.
these guys created ICE's app?
I think they just saw white dudes dressed in a certain way and boom.
This is unbelievable. Hey, I want you to address this. Udanoff13 says, just starting to watch, and Sevon telling people, how can you leave your home in California? Last month, he was telling people to leave in Gaza.
No one is killing me here.
Ooh.
No one is killing me here. No one's harming me here. My safety is not at threat here. And I wasn't telling people necessarily to leave Gaza on a whim. Gaza, as everyone with half a brain knows, was established in the Palestinian ethnicity was developed in 1960 to 1964 by the KGB. It's well documented as a psyop to be used against Israelis and Americans. That's why no fucking Arab nation has opened its borders to help the Palestinians leave. And if I was part of some fucking psyop and I was fucking trapped there, I wouldn't fight for that fucking land. And I don't have to fight for this land. Life's amazing here. Find a way to work with it.
Hey, all I'm saying is, and I'm not agreeing with that guy, but if you're a billionaire and they even propose a billionaire tax, I'm fucking out. I'm out. Texas, Florida, here I come. See ya.
I get it. But if you're one of those people who you're leaving because you're leaving because it finally came to your doorstep. You were some libtard and it finally came to your doorstep that some homeless guy took a shit on your porch and now you're running away. Nah.
Oh, I'm leaving for that too. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm out. Some homeless guy takes a shit on my doorstep. Some homeless guy jumps your fence, takes a shit right next to your motorcycle. I'm out.
Well, there's reasons. I guess each person has their different threshold. My threshold is not even close to being hit. Today is absolutely amazing. Every day here is amazing. We have 360 amazing days a year.
All right, all right.
Let me just add, they will take your kids and trans them if you're in public school. That's true too. They will trans your kids. They will trans your kids. They will, for a bare minimum, brainwash their kids. There's no way, too much toxic masculinity in this chat. Pat is not going to be allowed to participate in anymore. I appreciate your comment, by the way, whoever said that about the Gaza thing. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wow.
If they did start bombing my neighborhood, I'd probably leave. I'm not equipped to adapt to bombing.
But I also, no, I get what you're saying. Hey, you have a reason to fight for California. What fucking reason do you have? I mean, I get it. I get it.
Here's what's even sadder. Those people have nothing there, and so they have nothing to lose to leave.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
poor people who fight to stay poor. It's like making $72,000 a year and driving a fucking Escalade. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're fighting to stay poor? No, thank you. Outside of having kids, being poor is the greatest fucking thing that could ever happen to you. The freedom that comes from it.
Should Trump
You have kids
impose
that
the
have-
Insurrection Act?
Complexity. You want to go there? Okay, so that's it
I
on the
wanna go-
Gestapo.
well,
Let me just ask you this before we go there. Is ICE the Gestapo, or are these fucking marauding fucking signal app users the Gestapo?
In reality,
Yeah. Gestapo is official secret police. Official secret police of Nazi Germany and Germany occupied Europe. I think these people are organized and being
Yes.
funded, and I think they're secret agents of some fucking organization.
I don't think they're secret agents, Sevon, but I will say this. I think I would
Do you think they admit
argue-
to? Go ahead.
I think you could make a very strong case, and this is anecdotal, but I bet if you asked every single one of them, hey, do you identify as a socialist or a capitalist? I would wager both my testicles that over 80%, 8 out of 10, identified as a socialist. So there's one note, and just keep that in the back of your mind. So most of these people have the belief that socialism is superior to capitalism. It's more fair. Collectivism is a better system to ensure that nobody lives in poverty. They don't understand that the barrier to entry for a higher quality of living gets fucking knocked to the wayside by rich people. Rich people open the fucking floodgates for poor people to have iPhones, to have TVs, to have central heat and air conditioning in their fucking homes. You can thank
Accessibility to
rich people for that.
food.
You can thank rich people for that. Yeah, food as well. You don't have that in other countries. Go to fucking any third world country or scratch that. Go to any collectivist or socialist country. You have none of that, and you don't have any freedom. You don't have any liberty. You don't have any fucking ability to make anything of yourself. So A, these people self-identify as socialists. B, their number one tactic is to identify their opposition as something so bad and so violent and so scary that it now the only logical solution to overcoming that opposition is violence, killing, locking them up, charging them they're illegal, etc. So, and this is what they do. They'll call you a Nazi. They'll call you a fascist. They'll call you racist. They'll call
COVID
you a
denier,
homophobe.
climate denier.
Right. These are all things, these terms are all terms they use to label you as such an egregious criminal or not compatible with current society that now it's okay to enact violence upon you. Yeah, to kill you in order to beat out your ideas. So they're self-identified socialists. Their number one tactic is labeling you as something so heinous that we can now kill you to overcome you. And they are being organized by, who we don't know the man behind the mask, who this person is, who the Wizard of Oz is, so to say. But
there is one.
There are groups. Yeah, there are groups and organizations like Siembra NC, for example, who interviewed that young Hispanic guy that we did the other day. I believe there's Protect the 816 or the 916. That's one of the groups in Minneapolis. There's Act Blue, all these different organizations that fund these things. And they, in reality, are a far more accurate depiction of what the Gestapo are than ICE, because ICE operates on such a strict codex of rules and ethics. And we proved it last week. And we proved it last week by this. As soon as Fernando told them hours of swearing at them in Spanish, not telling them where he's from, as soon as he says, I'm a citizen of the United States, I was born in Raleigh, they stop the car immediately and kick him out of the fucking car because they're so scared of abducting citizens. The last thing they want to do is to kidnap a citizen. So as soon as they even hints at citizenship, they kick him out of their fucking car. Those are the rules that ICE is operating under. These people, they're dragging fucking journalists through the streets. They're ramming fucking federal agents with their cars. They're destroying businesses. They're pulling people out of restaurants and out of their vehicles and saying, hey, are you ICE? Threatening them. I mean, if you can't see how exactly they are acting just like the Gestapo as opposed to ICE, I mean, you're not living in reality.
When I was a kid, the two things there were three things the Dems ran with. AIDS will kill you. Nuclear war will kill you. Overpopulation will kill you. Those three things were pounded into us as California libtards. Overpopulation, don't have sex, where it's going to kill you either by getting AIDS or overpopulation, and nuclear war. Now, as an adult, if you don't take the COVID vaccine, you're going to kill someone. If you don't stop using styrofoam and plastic straws, you're going to kill someone. We're going to end we're all going to die because of the planet. It's always now it's Trump is a dictator. It's always, like you're saying, just on the other side of what they think is right. It's fucking complete doomsday. It's doomsday scenario is always their backstop.
Andrew, I mean, this is as simple as this gets. You don't need to
Will
get
you
any
read
more
this first?
complicated. Yeah. Andrew Farmer 5431 Taylor. Is there a public domain where we can see the rules of engagement that ICE operates with? The number one public domain so you can see ICE's rules of engagements are the U.S. Constitution and our Bill of Rights. And nowhere will you see ICE infringing upon the inalienable rights that we have as citizens. Your right to free speech, your Second Amendment right to bear arms, your right against unreasonable searches and seizures, etc. At every point, the left does their best to infringe, their best and utmost effort to infringe upon the Bill of Rights, your inalienable rights. They want to remove free speech under the guise of hate speech. You can't define hate speech. Do you know why? Because it's subjective. Anything that I feel is hateful can then in turn become hate speech. So if I'm in charge and I don't like what you're saying, I can label it as hate speech, and then I can take that away from you. And that is the absolute destruction of free speech. The Second Amendment right. You just heard Sevon say it. Since 1960s, you have not been able to carry a firearm in California to defend yourself. What? That is as gross of an infringement upon your Second Amendment right as you could possibly imagine. And the left loves it.
Well, you could carry the gun as long as it wasn't loaded. And then they finally banned that like in 95 or something. You couldn't even carry it.
So it's useless. And then your right to unreasonable searches and seizures. Look at what these people are doing. They're pulling men out of restaurants and guys out of fucking cars because he drives a white SUV. So now it's okay to pull him out of his fucking car and interrogate him as if he were an ICE agent because he's driving a fucking Chevrolet. That is the public domain. Federal agents and law enforcement officers have to abide by your constitutional rights, and the left will not. The left at every fucking point is trying to strip those away from you. And we are truly in a battle against good and evil is trying to destroy American liberty. And I believe that now more than I ever have in my entire life, but it is scary. It's scary what these people want.
Just to be clear for those of you, the Constitution, the first 10 amendments in the Constitution are referred to as the Bill of Rights. So the Constitution, Bill of Rights, same thing. It's just referencing the first 10.
We should pull these up. Real quick, just brief. We could just make this 5 minutes. We're just we're just gonna do a yes no. We're gonna go through each. We're gonna go through each Bill of Rights, and we'll say, okay, over the past, the past year, who has infringed more upon our?
Let me also add this caveat. It is a valid argument that we are in a state of war, that the country was invaded. I think it's a valid argument, and whatever I don't know what the Constitution says about that, but I'm sure there's something in there that things changed if we've been invaded, and we're clearly have been invaded, and part of ICE's task is to get out the invaders. Just real quick before we go into the Bill of Rights. No disagreements from me on your statements, but how does ICE operate with non-citizens who are not protected by the Bill of Rights?
Well, in my opinion, I don't know. That's tricky, Andrew. And my initial reaction is, if you're not a citizen of the United States, you're not protected under our Constitution. And if you were here illegally, you get deported.
The problem
I do not think.
Once again, we're not sure who's here legally and illegally because of these crazy fucking situation the Biden administration put us in. They had a catch and release policy, and that has caused some real issues. You catch someone and then you release them into the interior of the United States and give them a court date 10 years down the road. Are they here legally or are they here illegally? Okay, do you want to go through these?
Yeah, First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. I would say if there's any amendment that both sides have infringed upon, it's this one. Without a doubt, I would say the Patriot Act is probably, they're just the hate speech. I mean, look, you've got the right saying you can't be anti-Semitic. You've got the left saying you can't say the N-word. Everybody has all these fucking rules now around free speech. I don't know. My gut instinct, I always want to say the left has been worse, but
I think they removed, by the way, I think Mamdani removed the law in New York. I think you can disparage Jews now in New York legally.
Great. Well, what would you say? Would you say who's infringed upon that First Amendment right more, the left or the right?
For me, it's for sure the left. Everything that happened with the tech companies that's happened, you can just see it now. You can just see it now.
Yep.
You sent me articles on this guy. What's his name guy? What's his name? Something. I want to call him Pat Lang, but it's not Pat Lang.
No. Jake Lang.
Jake Lang. I Googled his name, and everything is biased. Everything is just, all the articles that first pop up are insurrectionist or lawbreaker or rioter or provocateur. And the fact that this station was shut down for a week because we said exercise and health is the best thing you can do. Exercise and nutrition is the best thing you can do to build a hedge for your health against sickness. And it got shut down because it doesn't follow WHO guidelines. I mean, they were horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, and look at all these fucking leftist progressive countries in Europe trying to shut Twitter down.
Okay, so that's fair. And bringing into account COVID, without a doubt, the left. Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, not a free country, a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Without a fucking doubt, there is no argument whatsoever. The left has done more than any political party in existence to strip us of our Second Amendment rights.
By the way, that is all the countries that flip to socialism. That's one of the first things that they do.
First to go. It will be near impossible to ever do that in America. Could you,
Andrew,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say, could you possibly imagine the outcome of a government saying we're going to go door to door and strip American citizens of their arms? It would be fucking blood in the streets. Scary because there are politicians that want to do that and are so naive to the fact that they think they would get away with it. It is unbelievable.
I met these two cops one time, and they were state police. I met them at a gathering at a CrossFit affiliate, and their job, these two guys' job, was basically they have a list of people who have guns in California who aren't allowed to have guns based on felonies, and they go to these people's houses to take their guns from them. I'm like, that sounds like a fucking scary job.
Yeah, that's a fucking nightmare. Okay.
Andrew Farmer, Governor Walz once said freedom of speech should not extend to misinformation and hate speech. Yeah, I remember that. That's pretty bad. That's scary. That's scary. It's scary.
Third Amendment. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. This
What does that mean, quartered? What does that mean, quartered?
House, like essentially in before the Revolutionary War and before 1775. I believe it was it was between the end of the 7 Years' War, the French and Indian War, and the Revolutionary War. Britain was increasing its presence in the colonies because they were increasing their taxes to recoup the money they had lost during the French Indian War. They couldn't enforce all this stuff, so they started sending more troops. Where the fuck are they going to stay? So they made a law essentially that colonials had to house a British troop. You had to essentially house a British soldier. So this one is like, okay, how is it super applicable in today's society? Like, you know, obviously it is applicable, but if we got to this point, there are a whole lot of other things that are far fucking worse.
Right.
Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. This is what ICE is doing. People are so fucking stupid. When they go to a city, they have a list of names. These people have had orders to leave the country, and we have evidence that they're still here. Those are the people they go after first. We listened to this whole charade podcast interview last week of some white liberal cuck interviewing a young Hispanic guy, a citizen, saying that he was essentially had his Fourth Amendment right infringed upon by ICE. What did we learn? We learned that when ICE pulled him over, they said, "Hey, where are you from?" He didn't answer them. In fact, not only did he not answer them where he was from, he started swearing at them and acting belligerent.
In Espanol, in Spanish. He was pretending to be an illegal.
And he admits, self-admittedly, he said, "I wanted to keep them occupied so that my friends could escape." Now he's obstructing justice. He's not cooperating. He's trying to get away. And ICE says, "Okay, we're going to put him in handcuffs." They put him in handcuffs. They say, "Where are you from?" He doesn't answer them. They put him in the car. They start driving. Later in the car ride, they go, "Where are you from, man?" And he goes, "I'm from Raleigh. I was born in Raleigh." As soon as he says that, they kick him out of the car. And just so you know, probable cause is running from a law enforcement officer, not answering questions, not speaking English when they ask you a question, and swearing and trying to obstruct justice. That actually is probable cause for them to fucking detain you. So if you are a citizen and you have brown skin, let me give you as a white guy who knows how to act when a cop pulls me over, let me just give you this piece of advice. If you're a citizen and they pull you over, everything they ask you, you just say, "Yes, I'm a citizen. Here are my papers. Here's my ID. What do you need? How can I help? How can I be of service to you? How can I make your job easier?" I don't care how much you fucking hate what they're doing. If you don't want to get locked up and put in the back of their fucking car until they can prove you're a citizen, cooperate. And
An
you won't
11-year-old Hispanic male playing the trombone on his front lawn isn't being fucking questioned by ICE.
Thank you. And golly, you won't be giving them probable cause then, people. And no, this is the lie that the left is trying to tell people, that being brown is probable cause for ICE. That's not fucking true. And you know what?
And you're not scared because of what ICE is doing. You're scared because of what the media is telling you ICE is doing. And if you can't make that distinction, someone left a comment in one of the YouTube shows recently saying, "I have a son and I'm afraid to speak Spanish to him in public." Hey, what are you talking about?
That's unbelievable. So here's the deal.
That's on you.
What those people are doing in those two videos we just saw, pulling that guy out of his car because he's driving a white Chevrolet Suburban, that's an infringement upon his Fourth Amendment right. Pulling those people outside of that restaurant because they're white and they look like ICE and asking them, If you're not with us, you're against us. That's an infringement upon their Fourth Amendment right. And yes, you don't have to be the government to infringe upon someone's inalienable rights. Fifth Amendment, no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, or in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So this is kind of your protections of being charged or accused of a crime as a citizen of the United States. Interesting, Seven. I just had this thought, and I'm glad we're going through this, but if this is tough, if John Locke, the entire philosophy, these natural rights that our Constitution and system of government were founded on, are these rights precede government, then it would be intuitive to me that these rights precede nationality even. So maybe there is an argument to say that if you are an illegal immigrant, you still are offered these inalienable rights. I don't know. I mean, that's tricky.
So someone's in the country and they say, "Where are you from?" And you say, "I plead the fifth."
No, I'm not even that. I'm saying if we believe as Americans that these rights precede government.
Right. I hear you. But
then people who are Mexican in Mexico, these are their inalienable rights. And it's the government's fault that they're taking them away from the people. So but hey, I guess
this word fuckery on you. These inalienable rights are only inalienable for U.S. citizens. How about that word fuckery?
I don't know it's for all human beings, but maybe you could make the argument that the US government is not intended to protect inalienable rights for people of other countries.
Yeah, John Locke is saying this, but the US has sort of made an amendment to it. They've twisted it to like, hey, this country is going to stand on these unalienable rights only for its citizens, even though there's a bit of a paradox there.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. I don't know. I mean, I need to think about that.
The clock cutter, the rights specified in the Bill of Rights are not coextensive with natural rights. Meaning they're for citizens only? Is that what it means?
Extending over the same space or time, or corresponding exactly in extent. Okay, so these are for American citizens. Thanks, Turd Cutter.
All right,
that clears it up. Fuck you if you're illegal.
Okay, number 6.
In all criminal prosecutions, the accused... We didn't even do 4. The left is by far infringing upon your Fourth Amendment right, by far, more than anyone else. Same with the Fifth Amendment, and Trump is the perfect example. Them using fucking lawfare to absolutely destroy President Trump. All of the cooked up felonies, multiple charges for the same crimes. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Sixth Amendment, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state. Oh, wow. We're going to watch a video that's going to fucking cook this one for us. Cook it and serve it to you right on a plate. The left has no concept of impartial jury. They have zero concept of impartiality, of being objective. There is no such thing as objectivism. Objectivism, is that a word?
It is now.
Objectivism. The left is not objective. Everything they do is based in emotion, irrational feelings. What feels good now? What do I think feels right? There is zero concept of objective morality, and thereby they have zero ability to produce an impartial jury, and we're going to have evidence of that later, without a doubt. the left destroys this. 7th Amendment. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. So this seems like civil suit.
Hold on one second. One of the things that's interesting, I saw this stat one time, and I'm looking if I can find it again. When at least one black potential juror was in the pool, the conviction rate for blacks and white defendants became identical, nearly 71 to 73%. There was some crazy stat I saw that basically, if you have a black juror and it's a black person who's the defendant,
Yeah.
he has like an 80% chance of getting away. I wish I could find that.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, I wish I could find that stat. It was a wild stat.
That's unbelievable.
Of course, AI will not address the question directly. Okay. Scratch that as just hearsay. Can a man have a baby? Okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I read the 7th one.
Okay. Number 8.
Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted.
That doesn't mean no cash bail, which is what it's turned to in all the blue states.
Right. So they've kind of, I mean, the blue has bastardized this to such an extreme that we don't even have convictions anymore.
And by the way, what equity looks like is what these socialist countries are doing. We did a piece on this a while back. You get a ticket in Finland and you're a billionaire and your speeding ticket might be $1 million. No shit. There was like a $1.6 million ticket for some billionaire in one of these socialist countries. They ticket you based on your income. It is fucking nuts. That's called equity, not equality. $1.6 million is still $1.6 million. Okay, go ahead.
9th Amendment. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. The enumeration, let's look that up. The action of mentioning a number of things one by one. Somebody unfuck me. I'm too retarded to understand this. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed. Okay. So it's saying, hey, you can't use the 10th Amendment to say that the 2nd Amendment infringes upon the 10th Amendment. Or you can't use the 1st Amendment or the 5th Amendment to say that, oh, well, actually, the 2nd Amendment infringes upon my freedom of speech because I don't feel comfortable talking when somebody has a gun. I believe is what that is saying. Correct?
Fair enough. Well done. I
don't know. Is that
I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go with it until Clock Cutter says different.
Okay. And then the 10th. And by the way, yeah, the fucking left does that worse than anyone. Guns. They remove our rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of retardation. Guns. Like, yeah. Yeah, the fucking left again. 10th Amendment. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. And I would say probably both parties have fucked that.
Like baby killing.
Yeah, that's a perfect fucking
The
example.
Constitution doesn't say you can't kill a baby, and so the states have the right to. What was the video you said we were going to serve up on a platter? Which one was that?
The Washington jury. What was it?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Acquitting this fuckhead. We have to watch the Jake Lang thing first, though. I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe we don't have to go in that order. Maybe you can do the acquittal first. Let's do the acquittal.
I don't even know if we have time to get to Jake Lang now. Boy, oh boy. This is a great story. Breaking. A leftist jury in Seattle has acquitted an illegal who rammed his vehicle into ICE agents last June, hospitalizing 2 agents, with leftists now emboldened by the ruling and calling for more attacks while promising jury nullification for their comrades. So they're saying we don't like Go ahead and ram ICE when it goes to court. The jury will have your back and let you off.
Federal jury in Seattle has acquitted a man accused of assaulting federal agents during an immigration arrest last summer. King 5 Savannah Welch joins us live from the newsroom with the latest on this case. Savannah, can you?
Hey, if he attacked federal agents, shouldn't it go to a federal court?
I mean, you would think.
Walk us through what happened here.
Well, Matt.
By the way, Seattle is the one of the biggest and richest cities in the United States, who has elected a mayor who lived in the basement of her mom's house.
And 25-year-old Victor Vivanco Reyes was charged with 4 felonies after a chaotic run-in with federal agents. DHS says he's an undocumented Mexican national and had an immigration warrant issued in May based on his criminal history. He was previously convicted of a felony.
If your car looks like that and you are charged of 4 fucking felonies, hey, chances are you're guilty. What?
No, he was trying to get to work.
Okay, let's continue.
Felony back in 2019. Since then, he's had just 1 misdemeanor conviction on his record.
Look at how she words this shit too. She's even trying to defend him.
Issued in May based on his criminal history. He was previously convicted of a felony back in 2019. Since then, he's had just 1 misdemeanor conviction on his record. This video.
Just 1? I don't know anyone with a fucking misdemeanor conviction on their fucking record.
Me.
Oh.
Video shows the arrest. It happened back on June 6th on a remote Camino Island road. Court documents show federal agents surveilled Vivanco Reyes for weeks. They first tried to arrest him in Mount Vernon, but he got away. About 2 weeks later, they used a helicopter to track him to a job site on Camino Island. That was where he was working as a landscaper. Agents on the ground surrounded him as he tried.
By the way, when he was convicted for that in 2019, if they would have turned him over to Homeland Security or Border Patrol, they would have taken him out of the country. And Homan has repeated this many times. Tom Homan has repeated this. If these cities would just turn the people over to us, we wouldn't be on your streets gathering them up. These aren't these. And he says, and when we gather people up, that's when incidentals get picked up. That's when other illegals get picked up who we weren't necessarily looking for. And so they're only hurting these people by protecting the criminals. They're hurting the moms and dads who are here working hard illegally.
Tried to drive away in a company truck hauling a lawnmower, crashing into their vehicles. He was arrested moments later. 2 agents suffered minor injuries in this. Prosecutors say he used his truck as a dangerous weapon while trying to escape. King 5 spoke with his partner when all this happened, when he was detained.
Look at this shit.
Oh, here's the fucking sob story. Here's the fucking sob story. Get the fuck out of here. Who fucking cares? Everyone's got a fucking baby. Homeless fucking women give birth in the subway. We don't give a fuck, dude. You rammed federal agents. Get the fuck out.
Said he has a son and she was pregnant with their child at the time, calling the arrest devastating for their family.
Oh yeah, that's
the despair, the panic, the separations of families. The violence.
No facts, all emotion.
Why
no
don't
facts.
Why don't we have little clips and cuts like this every time a fucking person with a family commits a crime? Oh, it's just so sad. They've got to put him in jail for the crime they committed because it's separating our family. Every fucking crime someone commits that goes to jail, they get separated from their fucking family. What?
The chaos. I feel like it's all going to affect the future of this next coming generation.
King 5 investigators also found border enforcement.
Say that again?
Way. Committing a crime would affect your children? That's crazy.
He should have thought about that.
Received help from the Washington Department of Licensing, something that is restricted under state law. The Keep Washington Working Act limits state agencies from sharing private data with federal immigration enforcement.
There's laws in place in these states to protect these criminals.
Hey, you know what, the people, the fucking thousands of people who've self-deported.
Millions. 1.6 million. Yeah, 1.6
wow.
1.7 million, he said today.
Those are the immigrants. Hey, those are the immigrants I fucking want back. I want you to come back the right way. I want you back. You know why? Because they show some fucking modicum of a desire to follow the rules and do it the right way. I do not want this guy or his wife in our country because they are so disillusioned. They have no fucking concept of right and wrong and personal accountability and responsibility. What a complete succubus on just
Great
what
word.
it means to be American. And look, it has nothing to do with being illegal. It has everything to do with not accepting responsibility. So many people I know have come to America illegally, now are naturalized citizens, contribute to our communities, are hardworking fucking people, some rich as fuck. I do not care. I could not care less. It's this fucking shit that we do not need here. Holy fuck.
All of this, attorneys for Ivanka Reyes told the court the entire encounter happened in less than 10 seconds. They say he was just trying to get away and didn't intend.
He was just, he keeps saying he was just going to work. He just had a misdemeanor. He was just trying to get away. Just.
Intentionally
Could
use
you
his truck to
imagine,
hurt.
hey, could you imagine any news anchor using this argument against a fugitive of the law? Oh, the fugitive of the law was just trying to get away. We should feel bad for him. We should acquit him of all crimes because he was just trying to get away, guys. Duh.
Listen to this last line. This is amazing.
Encounter happened in less than 10 seconds. They say he was just trying to get away and didn't intentionally use his truck to hurt the agents.
It wasn't intentional.
Wow.
After a 5-day trial, the jury found him not guilty on all counts. Court records show he now remains in custody on an immigration hold.
Wow. The feds 100% need to step in.
In the news.
Well, they got him on an immigrant. What's crazy is so the feds got him on an immigration hold, but the state did a facade trial.
What a joke. Yeah, what's the point of fucking trying him anyways? Just get it, see ya. And that's, oh my God, a complete waste and abuse of taxpayer funds to fucking try that guy for a crime that's irrelevant. Get him the fuck out, see ya. We don't fucking care. Oh my goodness.
Let me show you one more video with it's crazy how much ramming is going on. And it doesn't make the news. Here's an ICE vehicle rammed by a migrant in San Antonio. Agent was hospitalized.
Wow.
Not an isolated incident. I bet you there's some more of these than many more than we know.
We want to update another major developing story that we've been tracking for you all day. New video from right here in San Antonio.
You can't shoot him right there. A reverse ramming and a forward ramming. The reverse ramming, you're like, oops, I accidentally went in reverse. I didn't mean to do that. I was scared. Now a forward ramming.
I 100% should be neutralized. Threat neutralized.
Video there. One agent reportedly was sent to the hospital. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, that's ICE, released the video to Fox News. It was just a week ago that Renee Good was shot and killed by ICE out in Minneapolis. News 4 San Antonio's Taylor Whartonby has been covering this story all day for us.
She's the latest on the video.
Hey, good. You know what? Here's the thing. Good on those agents for not shooting him, though, because this should be national fucking news.
Yeah, and if they would have shot him, it would have been.
Video and the questions it's raising. Taylor.
Jonathan, Mandy, it all unfolded right here at this Walmart on Blanco Road.
At a fucking Walmart, dude.
Hey, do you think
families where families shop? What were we gonna say?
Do you think her eyes are closer together than Bryson's?
I don't know, but I was looking in the mirror the other day and I'm like, hey, I shouldn't talk. My eyes are pretty close together too.
Near Wurzbach Parkway. And while the video is shocking, there is no additional information that has yet been released, and many questions still remain.
What do you think the questions are going to be? What do you think the questions are going to be? He's ramming a car at a Walmart where there's kids and moms and strollers and old people everywhere.
No additional questions needed.
Why
The video shot by ICE was first broadcasted last night on Hannity. It shows ICE agents surrounding the vehicle while speaking with the driver whose windows are up. According to the Hannity report, the driver was allegedly in the country illegally. He begins to move the vehicle, despite agents' attempts to stop him.
Watch out behind you, watch out!
The driver then tries to flee, reversing and slamming into a vehicle behind him, and then forward again, crashing into a second car as ICE agents
Oh, and now he's banging out the window. You can hear him banging out the window, the guy on the left of the car.
attempted to intervene. Agents are seen drawing their weapons as the situation escalates.
Come out of the car!
The driver eventually exits the vehicle and lies on the ground, where he's taken into custody. Governor Greg Abbott taken to social media this morning, saying an ICE agent had to be taken to the hospital.
So what are the questions?
The questions are, why were they trying to stop him? Was he even illegal? Was he just trying to get away? Those are the questions, Sevon.
None of these videos are shocking.
Because of what happened. The governor claiming this is just the latest example of how groups are obstructing immigration enforcement across the country, putting officers and civilians at risk. During last night's interview on Hannity, ICE Director Todd Lyons said the agent suffered a neck injury and also talked about what ICE agents are encountering.
And every day, Sean, this is what the men and women of ICE are facing. It's constant impediments, constant attacks like this.
News 4 has been able to confirm with federal sources the agent on the driver's side of the vehicle is Miguel Vergara, field office director for.
Oh, so they're just doxing him.
Hey, check this out.
Now they're just doxing him.
And this is crazy. Imagine
There's no questions. She lied. She lied.
Right. Imagine you are the Democrats in office. You are the people who are fueling this absolute hatred and rage and opposition towards ICE, violent opposition, illegal violent opposition. Of course you are. You've imported all of these people to vote for you and to maintain your power. And now lawfully they're being sent home and you're going to have no one to vote for you. Of course you're doing that. No fucking shit. Jacob Frey is pandering to his illegal Somalian base that's embezzling billions of fucking dollars to line his coffers and to send back to Somalia. Of course, these people in the fucking media are pandering. Who pays them? The left. Who votes for the left? These guys, because the left lets them in.
What's
Holy
this?
fuck.
What's it's ACAB all
All
over.
cops
again.
are bastards.
Oh.
Unbelievable shit. We got to go over Jacob. We got to go over Jacob Lane. Just
I think
quick.
Jacob gets his own show tomorrow.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, let's do Jacob. Because I got to show you this.
Okay.
I got to show you this. This is the same intellect where they show the woman crying and being like, my family's been torn apart, instead of my husband's a piece of shit criminal. Yeah. My family's been torn apart, with his eye fucking tattoo and holding the baby.
A teardrop.
Listen to these fucking libtards discuss Nick Shirley. Listen to how they go after Nick Shirley here.
I can't wait for this.
Here we go. I don't even know who these guys are. These are just three fucking probably professors at UC Berkeley. Here we go.
We can talk about this Nick Shirley guy, the guy that did the video in Minneapolis. Yeah, the daycare center video. The Walter Cronkite of this generation.
Who do you think are the three most benevolent billionaires?
What do you mean by the word benevolent?
So he didn't know what the word benevolent means.
Play it through.
I mean by bezazzlebin. And you're having a fucking stroke? Put a wallet in this guy's mouth. He can swallow his fucking tongue.
Are we pronunciation shaming?
The pronunciation isn't the problem. He doesn't know what the word
You know
benevolent
what it means.
Hey, isn't that rich that a black guy saying that?
Hey, let me ask you what benevolent mean. Are you kidding me, guys? You're making fun of Nick Shirley for mispronouncing something when everyone who fucking agrees with you can't even answer what a fucking woman is?
Well said.
You fucking retard. Holy shit, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Hey, it's just great. It's always character assassination.
We can talk
and
about this Nick
feelings.
Shirley guy, the guy that did the video in Minneapolis.
Yeah, the
That's all
daycare
of it.
center
That's all of
video.
it.
The Walter
No, there's
Cronkite
more.
of this generation.
Who do you think are the three most benevolent billionaires?
What do you mean by the word benevolent?
What do you mean by bazazapin? And you're having a fucking stroke? Put a wallet in this guy's mouth. He can swallow his
Pause it.
fucking
Pause it.
tongue.
Hey, do you think these guys laugh their asses off like that every time a Somalian can't speak English? You think they laugh like that every time a fucking black person can't distinguish between X and ask? Do you think they fucking
Or every
laugh?
time Kamala gives an up and throws out the word salad, talks about electric buses?
Let's keep playing.
Are we pronunciation shaming?
The pronunciation isn't the problem. He doesn't know what the word
You know
benevolent
what it means. He did a video in Ukraine, which was even dumber. Curious, we're giving them money, and private citizens have cars.
He's showing fucking Bugattis in Ukraine while we're being told there's a war. He's showing us mass fraud in Minneapolis, and instead of these guys being like raising an eyebrow, like, what's this? They're just fucking character assassinating him.
My favorite, he was like, you know, and it did very well on Twitter, frankly.
Quite frankly, every account on X saw that video.
Well, thank you for speaking frank about this matter. I mean, he is truly a fucking moron.
What was wrong with even that? What was wrong with what he said?
They're making fun of Nick Shirley because he's not the most
he's not polished. That's
yeah,
why we
he's
like
not-
him. That's
he's
why
not super
we trust
articulate,
him.
and that is why people love him.
That we trust him.
Illegal migrants should not be here. The word is illegal.
And like JD Vance, like best journalist in America.
Stand up for people who are out there doing even flawed citizen journalism. If you find someone who's doing that, who's doing a good but imperfect job, encourage them to do better next time. And like, hey, you got that good one. That was good. Good on you.
He got that good one, dude. He has thousands of insane videos.
So they're
Now
picking
up your-
him apart. This is what's so rich about this. They're picking him apart for saying illegal and for saying malevolent when he exposed fraud in Minneapolis that has been going on since the 1990s, that politicians have been aware of, and that none of these fucking retards, none of the other fucking mainstream media journalists have held a fucking candle to, and probably not because they didn't know it existed, but because they're all corrupt themselves. So let me just tell you one thing. You can say frankly if you're speaking non-frankly, and you can say malevolent all the fuck you want, but you fat corrupt motherfuckers sitting around this fucking table making fun of a kid who is as patriotic as it gets, doing your fucking jobs. Meanwhile, I mean, you are doing the exact same thing that you would call someone else racist for doing just against another person with a different skin color. It's unbelievable. Wow, that is so fucking ironic.
Someone needs to check these guys' hard drives. You know what I mean?
What if 50% of it is wrong?
That's bad.
That's $4 billion.
50%?
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking scumbag. Look at his face. Doesn't pass the
Scumbag.
eye test. Doesn't
No.
pass the eye test.
No, he's homosexual Liam Neeson.
On the streets of Minnesota.
He's
in
minor
basically
attracted sexual Liam Neeson.
reaction to this guy's video.
Imagine thinking that even 50% of it is wrong. Did you even watch the fucking video, buddy? He went
Of
to
course he didn't.
every place and has fucking addresses, dollar amounts, fucking years that they've been getting this money. What part is wrong? And also, the fucking guy that he got the information from stood on his business and said, I'll give anyone $100,000 who can prove any of this wrong. And if you're wrong, you got to pay me $100 for going through the trouble. Wow, these people fucking suck.
Ad hominem attack. Yep.
I mean, that doesn't even matter to me. Like, I do it all the time, but don't act like you're on some fucking intellectual high horse when you're
Hey.
just the fucking same as anyone else.
And you know Trump was raked over the coals because he did one of those.
Yep.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, they're making fun of him. How do you know Nick Shirley doesn't have fucking autism?
Or some sort of learning disorder or whatever. But hey,
Or fucking he's a little bit retarded. I don't fucking care, so am I.
I don't think at 25 years old, benevolent is some word that's like in your vocabulary. I
He's
give him
not
a complete
25 yet.
Oh, I give him a wow.
He's
I give him
younger.
a complete pass. Benevolent's an old man word. How old?
Benevolence. He's a benevolent god. He's a
Is
benevolent god.
He's 23. Hey, every 23-year-old should be doing that. Every 23-year-old who's not out there doing this shit that he's doing, editing, making YouTube videos. I mean,
I was probably just jerking off and doing Fran 6 times a day when I was 23.
Well, there you go. At least you were working on yourself. They got another tanker today. 6th tanker. 6th Venezuelan oil tanker. What are they going to do? How much oil does how much oil is on a tanker?
A fuck ton, but the first few that they captured, I believe, were empty.
Very large crude carriers hold 2 million barrels. 80 million gallons. How much oil does the USA consume a day?
This is hilarious. Yeah.
Hey, that's 4 days. That's 4 days. Each tanker is 4 days of the entire
oil.
United States oil consumption.
That's unbelievable.
That's wild. So if they have 5 of those already with oil in them, that's 20 days they have.
Hey, what do you think we do when we run out?
A run out of what? Oil?
Yeah.
Go to war?
Over. Who has whatever's left? Seems
Yeah.
kind of pointless. You got to fucking waste
Yeah.
a lot of oil to go to war.
Yeah. Well,
what do we fucking start using for fucking WD-40 and shit?
Well, you know what's crazy about human beings is innovation. It's going to be interesting. Like one of the commodities we're running low on right now is silver. And people are panicking, but it's just going to force innovation.
Right.
There's always someone told me one time, it says, "Hey, don't worry about nuclear waste." I said, "Why?" He goes, "Because by the time you're a fucking old man, someone will have a device that fits in your hand and you just put it over fucking nuclear waste and it accelerates its aging and becomes benign."
Hydrogen. Also 228 gas in Florence, Alabama. It's about that in Charlotte. Maybe
Really?
270. So
It's
maybe not
double
about-
that here and it's cheap.
Well under $3 here.
Yeah, it's double that here in Santa Cruz, California, and we think it's cheap. That's crazy.
Costco gas is pretty cheap as well.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper at Costco. I don't go to Costco. I go to a mom and pop. That's
Do you have a Costco card?
no.
Oh, dude. You can get a lot of good shit at Costco.
It's 11 miles away.
Okay, that's fair. It's also probably a fucking shit show where you are. The Costco is probably a zoo no matter when you go.
I've been to this. I've lived in this town for 9 or 10 years, and I've been to the Costco twice. And as a kid, my parents used to take me there all the time. And both times I've gone and been like, "Wow, this is amazing." I forgot how amazing it is. It's a modern miracle. It should be up there like with the pyramids and shit. You ever been to a variety of different Costco's and seen how different they are? Like there's this rich town 70 miles up the road from Pleasanton, and they got Prada bags at their Costco, whereas the one in Richmond has doesn't have anything even close to that.
No, I haven't. Our Costco's close as fuck. It's 10 minutes away. So I don't go to any other Costco's. Costco's.
Yeah, you go to a Costco in a swanky town, they got all sorts of. You ever gone over to the jewelry case and you see like they got a diamond ring in there that's like $100,000?
We have crazy stuff at our Costco.
You do.
Yeah.
I remember. Does Costco still sell iPhones and stuff like that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy to buy your iPhone at Costco.
I bought our paddle boards at Costco. Inflatable paddle boards.
You shop at Costco because of the deals, but also the return policy, right?
No, I don't shop because of the return policy. I shop because of the deals and because of the gas. So I'm an executive member. So everything we buy in the store at the end of the year, I get a % check back on. If I spend over X amount, I get like 5% back as a check. So we buy all of our dog food there. And what we buy for dog food is we buy the massive fucking 10-pound bulk things of beef. And Cooper gets like 0.6 pounds at each meal. And Cora gets like 0.4 pounds at each meal. We just feed him that raw beef. And it's probably like $400 or $500 a month in dog food. We you know, it's
Tell me what you feed your dog again. How do you do
raw
it?
ground beef.
And you just measure off 0.6 pounds a day, throw it in a bowl, and they eat it.
Yep. The Cooper probably gets up a little over a pound, and Corey gets a little under a pound a day.
And do you?
Maybe that's not true. Maybe it's like one. Lizzie probably knows the exact measure. Maybe one of them gets like 0.8 pounds a day. The other gets like 0.5 pounds a day. I don't know.
Maybe I'm full of shit, but I think you should give your dog then once a year dewormer, ivermectin or something.
We give them every few meals. I give them beef liver, frozen beef liver with it. Sometimes we give them sardines. What else? No, dude, they don't need dewormer. It's frozen beef.
Give them fembendazole or
you're tripping, homie.
Fucking ivermectin once a year.
And we don't give them fucking heartworm medication's also a scam. But anyway, so look, we buy that at Costco.
Is heartworm medication is a scam, huh?
It shouldn't be. It was never intended. It was never developed for preventative prescriptions or continuous use. It was created as an acute treatment for heartworms.
You know what's interesting is because they always tell you when you start your dog on heartworm medicine, they said, hey, get your dog checked for heartworm, because if you give them heartworm medicine when they have heartworms, they could die in there and it could cause all sorts of problems.
Anyway, so we buy that. We buy eggs. We buy maybe butter.
You got to get. I think you got to get chickens. I think we all have to get chickens.
We're planning on that. Hey, I put gutters on the barn gym, and I'm gonna install a rainwater collection system at the back. These huge, basically like 50-gallon water drums that the gutters flow into and filter out, and it's gonna irrigate our entire garden. And we're gonna put like fucking 7 or 8 chickens back there.
I just saw something yesterday that what was it? Even the best organic eggs you can buy that are mass production, it's equivalent to like I forget what it is, but it was equivalent to eating some portion of canola oil. They're so fucked up from what they're feeding the chickens. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I was just reading about it last night. Mr. Burns won't let me get chickens. Says our dogs will kill them.
You gotta try. Come on, just get some chicks. What kind of dogs do you guys have? I'm afraid our dogs might kill them, but I think if we get them as chicks, they'll be fine.
Kid's music teacher got 10 chicks or 13 chicks, and none of them made it to be chickens. Every week we went over there was like over a 2-month period they were all killed
from the dogs.
No, they don't even have dogs, just by shit in the
oh wow.
Shit in town. Probably raccoons and coyotes and foxes and shit like that.
Most heartworm medicine prevents the larvae from hatching. Heartworms have a life cycle and die on their own.
I didn't have the phone number up.
Oh, for the live call-in? Yeah, somebody call in. Let's fucking talk shit. Hey, what's crazy is here we are about 2 years later from one of the most wild call-in shows I've ever been on. I was on Colleen and Garrett's show, Glinton Things, and some guy called in talking about how great Nick Fuentes in America First was. We looked him up on Google, and like the ignorant dumbass I was just like, oh shit, says he's a white supremacist. He must be racist and retarded. And the guy freaked out. The guy freaked out on the show. He was like, you're a faggot, and started yelling that I was a faggot.
Wow.
Which is kind of like, it was a little jarring because Colleen and Garrett are lesbians. I'm on this show. It was just fucking crazy. I hadn't heard that word in like 3 years. And now I say it like every day.
He passed it off to you.
Unreal.
You had taken a hiatus.
Yeah, it brought me back to my Xbox Live chat days. It was just unbelievable. And now I've come full circle. I know who Nick Fuentes is. Now I think he's a pedophile. And
pedophile tendency. You don't even know if he's a pedophile, but he appears to have pedophile tendencies.
He defends pedophiles. I think if you do that.
Is pedophile a mindset or a action? Like when I think of a pedophile, you actually diddled a kid.
I think it's just a desire, dude, to be honest. I think if you have that desire.
Oh, pedophile is a person who's sexually attracted to children. Oh, and he's admitted that he said he's attracted to 16-year-old girls.
To underage women, yeah. And he thinks that if you're 30, you should marry a 15-year-old because women age like milk. Self-admittedly minor attracted, but also, dude, one of his like top generals stepped away because of a scandal, essentially trying to sexually solicit like a 13-year-old or something.
This guy, Ali Alexander.
Yep, Ali Alexander. That's the guy. That's the chap. And he fucking looks like a pedo, dude.
He does. He does not pass the
eye test. Yeah. And here's the thing about Nick. Nick is a self described devout Catholic. We know that pedophilia runs rampant in the Catholic Church. And I can just tell you this. All of Nick's issues stem from one thing. He was abused as a kid. It is so fucking clear.
allegedly. That's your guess.
Yeah, that's my clinical diagnosis, I would say. If I like, and listen, I am one work study away from having my bachelor's in clinical social work, and I've worked in treatment, and
You've been worked on.
I've been worked on quite a bit. It is just written all over everything that he says and does. I mean, of course he's been abused. Are you kidding me? Of course. And he fucking hates women, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, he has some crazy abuse.
Ali Alexander, his father left when he was 2 years old, and his mother raised him by herself in Fort Worth, Texas.
And I'm not saying you were abused. I'm just saying, hey, we can easily explain kind of all of his issues, and like it's textbook. The narcissism, his sexual deviancies. It's just weird. It's crazy. But I think it is sad. You know, we were reading up on that article about the guy who wrote that article about him. And the article kicks off with basically the guy got into the Groypers and realized they were all just a bunch of freaking angry dudes that were basically pedos. And it's like, it's a punch to the gut to like hear that, because it's like, man, there are that many people out there. It's also kind of weird throwing your entire online identity behind one person and like making that your life. I mean, that should probably say more about any of those guys than anything else, honestly.
It's so hard to figure out that Wikipedia is so fucking left-wing. It's hard to figure out what's real and what's not. In March 2023, Milo Yiannopoulos, I think he's a gay conservative activist guy, published interviews on his podcast describing Ali's history of allegedly prostituting teenage boys for sex and soliciting nudes and videos from them. On April 14th, Alexander issued a public apology. In the written statement, Alexander said he had long been battling with same-sex attraction and that he had at times been careless and should have qualified those coming up to me's identities before engaging in what he characterized as flirtatious banter. But they were underage. No one gives a fuck if you're gay. It's the fact that they were underage, you jackass.
Yeah, and that's the problem with the Groypers. Oh, you're gay? Hang you. But yeah, marry a 15-year-old if you're 30. And the guy actually thinks that Israel and Jews are a larger threat to America than radical Islam. I'm sorry. Completely lost me there. I fucking love Jewish people. I don't know a fucking thing about Israel, but I know a lot of people who have been there, and I love them too. And I do know this. I do know that radical Islam does not equal good things for America. So it's just unbelievable that he actually believes that. Wild. But yet people love him because he says fucking the N-word and faggot and shit. And so he gets away with being edgy and quirky and like, you know, expressing his First Amendment right and also pointing out statistical realities. But dude, the pedo shit is so wild to me. So wild. And he doesn't care about Epstein either. He's got this whole bit on Epstein he does where it's like, were they really pedophiles? Were they 5-year-olds? Were they really? Because I'm pretty sure they were like 15, 16. And that's a lot different. I'm like,
oh boy.
I know, it's crazy.
There is an article that Taylor and I will go over at some point. It's and there's a podcast about it. It's called Exposing the Top 50 Nick Fuentes Pedophile Scandals. It's written by a guy named Christopher Brunet, Brunet, If anyone wants to take a look at it. There's an interview he does with what's the guy's name? The black podcaster, sports guy, Jason.
I can't remember his name. Full transparency though, Brunette in that podcast does say some fucking off the cuff retarded shit. Like at one point he says that he.
I started reading his article too. He's a little retarded.
I'm reading the article now, but I listened to the whole podcast. At one point he goes, "Yeah, I think most of Nick's followers, most of them are autistic," and I'm like, "Oh, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that diagnosis, bro?" Oh my god,
Jason Whitlock. Yeah, that's worth listening to. Exposing
I
the
like
top 50
him.
Nick Fuentes. Yeah, he's great. He's great. He seems a little out of it in that, like, not fully prepared, but Whitlock's good. In general, I like him. I like his takes. I like him more than I like Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith is just like he's a Democrat just because he has to be, and I fucking despise it. It's like, shut up, dude. Shut up. Why are you a Democrat? Nothing you do embodies the Democratic Party, bro. Nothing. Stop being a Democrat. You fucking idiot. It's bad for you.
Before we leave, I want to propose the word commensurate. Commensurate. And I'll look it up. Commensurate. Commensurate. Commensurate is corresponding in size or degree and proportion. And so I know Taylor and I have had quite a few heated back and forths between the two of us, in that he's really wants the Constitution followed, and I agree it should be followed, and I agree that there's a slippery slope. But commensurate is corresponding in size or degree, and you have these ICE people who are trying to get these bad guys, and these bad guys are doing a lot of bad shit. They're just known there's 18,000 murderers and rapists from other countries who've been let in the last 4 years. The list of people they've killed and raped in this country, the list is fucking a mile long. Whether it be by drunk driving, whether it be by grabbing girls out of colleges, whether it's raping little boys, whether it's the fucking sex trap. I mean, it just goes on and on. Just look at who they've caught. Just go find the list of people they've caught in Minneapolis. We've gone over it before. It's fucking disgusting. All the sodomizing of little kids. Anything that you could possibly think that ICE is doing wrong, the protests are not commensurate to what they've done wrong relative to who they're taking off the fucking streets. It's just not. It's not even close. If we didn't have a constitution, we were just like using our logic and being like, hey, what's better for our society and our civilization? Got to get these fucking people out of here. I don't mean to go off on feelings and sound like a libtard, but there's a component of just a sense of what's right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I agree.
All right, thank you very much. We will be back tomorrow to talk about the
Jake Lang.
Wild story of Jake Lang that's unfolding. Once again,
I don't think he's out of there yet, even.
The mob in Minneapolis has attacked and nearly killed a guy. And it's crazy. I haven't seen it on mainstream media yet, but Twitter and the gram are blowing up.
Okay, Rambler, this is the fucking most retarded thing you've ever said. Self, what's up? Sevon, crazies multiply. We are all chimps. Laws makes us human. No, dude, not every fucking human being needs someone to tell them what to do to not fucking rape and pillage. I'm sorry, but that's just not true. Not true at all.
Well, in defense of Rambler,
political law, maybe government law, biblical
law. Yes. I think that there is a natural law, and if I may be so crude as to say this, that the natural order of the planet is strong man, fuck woman. And that's it. That's like the natural law. Strongest man fucks hottest most women. And we're trying to do a social experiment here and have a civilization that will hopefully balance it out and allow other characteristics of men to showcase their talents in order to attract women to mate with them, other than just fucking me have big stick, me kill you and fuck you. And through that civilization and through those times of peace and abundance, we get men who will learn how to juggle 13 balls, invent light bulbs, create the wheel, and do shit to attract women so that they can fuck also. And I think it's when it's working and it's really good. Everyone benefits. You know, we have homeless people with iPhones. Everyone's benefiting. We have dumpsters full of fucking food that people can eat out of for free. That's better than the food that was around in the finest restaurants 100 years ago. I see what I see what Rambler's saying. We need, yeah. All right. Learn how to juggle, get laid. Taylor, thank you. You were outstanding. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.